Hello guys, welcome. In this session we would be discussing about the alter statement, alter command. Alter can be used in combination with add, drop, modify and rename. So in this session we will try to see all possible concepts and dimensions related to alter with respect to add and drop. Only alter we cannot use, we can use only in combination with these commands. So with a very good logical sequence, we'll try to reveal everything with the help of practice queries. Hope you're excited, so let's get started. What is this alter command? The purpose of this alter command is to make changes at the column level. So what does it mean? So if you take example, we have seen about delete command in our previous sessions. So we can delete only rows, we can delete entire table data or else specific rows based on some conditions, but we cannot delete set of columns. That means column level changes are not possible in the previous command. So alter enables us to add columns, delete columns, dropping of columns, renaming of columns, dropping of constraints imposed on the columns, and changing the data type of a particular column and changing the data type size of a particular column or columns existing in the table. So these allow us to make changes to the table at the column level, and this alter gives us to have more flexibility for the database. So you can add a column anytime, you can delete a column anytime, right? So for example, your table is having 8 columns and you forget to add some columns, and you may require to add some more columns or delete some more columns in future. So for that you cannot create a separate table again. In the existing table only you need to perform the structural changes. That is done by the alter command. For example, how can we add new column or new columns to the existing database table? That is possible by the combination of alter with add. Directly we cannot use add, and directly we cannot use alter. You should use the combination of alter add. So it indicates that we are altering the table. Compiler knows that we are performing some structural changes and we are adding some columns. Okay, so this add command in combination with alter is used to add one or more columns to the existing table. So you can add any number of columns, you can add single column as well, both are valid. So how can you add the column? Add table name, alter table is a keyword, alter is a keyword, table name, your table name, and add keyword inside what column name that you want, what is the column name of the new column that you want to add, and what was the data type of that new column. Okay, so practically we will see this. So what are the possible dimensions of this alter add? You can add a single column, you can add multiple columns, and also you can add constants as well. So we'll see what is this constant in coming sessions. So constants are nothing but conditions that are imposed. For example, primary key, foreign key, for and other referral integrity constants for data validity and security. So these constants can be generally we will add during the creation of the table, but sometimes we might forgot them. So it makes you flexible to add this constant as well as any point of time. So we can add single column, we can add multiple columns, and we can add constants. So we'll see all the three one by one. We have a table EMP where I have 8 columns and 7 rows. We will try to perform alter operations on this table. So first of all, how can you add a single column which is not present already? For example, I want to add a column called address. So address column is not existed previously. So how can I add address column? Alter table EMP, add alter table EMP. Which column I want to add? What is the name of my new column? Address, which is not present in the EMP table. Now it will be present. So varchar2 of size 15, right? So this is how you can add a new column. So here I am adding a single column. So I forgot to specify this column in the create. Now I am adding this column with the help of alter add, alter table EMP, add name of the column, data type of that particular column. Now I'm creating a column. Now what is that particular data type? So if you execute this, the table has been altered. So the table now what happens is that it will be empty initially. So you can add data in this table with the help of insert statements. So how can we cross check whether data has been added or not? Select star from emp. If you see, address column has been added and it is been empty initially, right? If you don't have alter and add commands in SQL, if you want to add address column, what you should do? Again, will you create a new table with existing structure? It is very difficult task. Now we'll try to add multiple columns. So how can you add multiple columns? We can add any number of columns to the existing tables. So that particular column names have to be separated with commas inside the add. So what we will do is that we will add HR, HA, DA and some particular columns. So alter. Now what I will do, date of birth column is not present in EMP table, no. So I will add date of birth. Date of birth is of date data type, comma. Now I will add father name varchar2 12 and mother name varchar2 of 12. So 3 columns. Now I'll add one more column, allowances of number type, size you say digits. Okay, so you can, now I'm adding one at a time. How many columns I'm adding? 4 columns, just to specify the column name and data type of that particular column, separated by commas inside the add. So 4 columns should be added, date, DOB, father name, mother name, allowances. Okay, so table has been altered. So we can also cross check. Now the table will consist of, previously we have 8 columns, and in the previous query we have added one more column. So 8 plus 9 plus 4, 8 plus 9 plus 4, total 12 columns it will contain. You can cross check. So 12 columns, commission, DPT number, address, DOB, father name, mother name, allowances. So all these columns have been added. So this is one way. So this is the second way of adding columns. Now we'll try to add a primary key with the help of alter. So alter table emp add primary key of emp number. So I want to make emp number as primary key if it is not there already. If it is a key, then you will get an error. So if it is not a primary key, because one table can have only one primary key. So in my table emp number is already been a primary key. So if it is not a primary key, with the help of alter, how can you do that? Alter table emp add primary key of emp number, the column name and the table name. Okay. So one more dimension is also there in this addition. So what that is, adding a column with a default value. For example, alter, I want to add a column called you say gender, and all the values of that particular column called gender should be by default male. So you can modify the update that at any point of time. Alter table emp add char, what is the data type of one? I will take one. So M or F, default value of this particular column that now I am adding is of character data type, and with the default value F. Why should we have feudalistic minds? So we'll take F. So it's better if you place all this in parentheses. Name of the column is gender, data type of this character, and it is a capability of storing one column, and default value will be F. So all the values will be F. Only if you like explicitly modify, then only it will change. Table has been altered. So let us cross check whether this particular table has been added. So gender column has been added to the EMP table with the default value F. All the rows will be stored with F for this particular column, and you can customize that any point of time. This is one particular dimension, and we can now move on to drop command. What is this drop command? With the help of delete command, you can delete only rows. At the dimension of the rows only we can delete data. But if you want to delete columns, then you must use drop command with the combination of alter. So alter command is used to delete one or more existing columns present in the table, and we can also drop more than one column by separating with column names. So alter table name, drop column name. Which column you want to drop? And the table name. So what are the possible dimensions of this alter drop? So you can drop a single column, you can drop a multiple column, and you can drop constants like primary keys, foreign keys. You can add primary keys, foreign keys, all those constants with the help of add command, and with the help of drop command you can also drop the existing keys. For example, you are having a primary key and you no longer want to use it as a primary key. What can you do? You cannot create a new table, so you will drop that particular constant. That's it. You are understanding now? This alter concept is the purpose of advantage of this alter command is to make the user the database flexible. Okay, practically we'll see all these dimensions. So now I will drop the column called address. Sorry, I will drop the column called drop alter table emp drop, which I want to drop dob. Now I'm dropping dob column. This column will be deleted, right? So you can also cross check, this will be deleted, trust me. Now I want to delete one more column, mother name, father name, allowances. So now in this dimension, what I am doing, I am dropping multiple columns at a time separated by the, so simply column names must be separated with commas, then all these columns will be dropped. You can no longer use this column names because they don't exist, right? Table has been altered. Now if you cross check, select star from emp. Okay, so all the particular columns for the DOB column has been deleted, father's name, mother name, and one more column, what we say, allowances, that particular column has also been deleted. So this is one dimension. And how to drop constraints? Simply alter table emp drop constraint primary underscore id. So for example, my constraint name is primary id, then just drop constraint followed by the constraint name. So id column, for example, if I'm having id column, then I want to make that id column as the primary key. What I will do is that I will give a name. If you don't give the name, you can directly use the table name. So this will be deleted if you execute this primary. There will be no longer a primary key represent this particular table emp if you execute this. So that's it. So that's it, friends. We have discussed the possible dimensions of alter, add and drop. So still two more dimensions are that will be discussed in the next session. So keep practicing whatever has been taught so far practically in the Oracle compiler. Happy learning. Stay tuned for more. See you in the next session. Bye bye.